Hey, fourth grade, how are you? Welcome to a new week. And today I am going to be teaching a lesson about using comprehension questions to also write in full and complete sentences when you answer them. And I will quickly switch to my cat. You'll see a really quick picture of my new kitten. And I'm still trying to figure out names to have my class vote for his name. But we're getting used to each other, we're having fun, and he's oh so cute. So go take a look. So what'd you think? He is just far too precious for me. The importance of using the questions to write in full and complete sentences is that you don't have to think about how to start that sentence. And we talked about it a lot last week, so it's going to be just a little bit of a refresher, but instead of it being questions that I thought of, it's going to be things that you will see through comprehension, and I will be adding different things for the week that will be practicing that skill. So here we go. So here is a reading passage. It's pretty quick and simple, but it's something that we will see sometimes through our reading units, or we're working on the stuff for IDR, or it's even things that you'll see in ReadWorks, or that you're just going to see it as it happens. So here's just the regular reading passage. But back here are some questions that they ask about what you read. So for number 1, it says, what is the passage mostly about? So you can put just Max, but we know that's not going to work. So if I put the passage is mostly about, so I wrote that first. So I already know I have to go back into my reading to figure out what that answer is, but I also know that I don't have to write that beginning part. So if it is just about Max or something like that, so Max's good habit, it can talk about his habit of reading. So the passage is mostly about Max's reading habit. All right, so the next question here says, if you were going to add in your own ingredients, which paragraphs would you need to add more information in? So once again, you go back to your reading to figure out what that could be, but first write the beginning part of your sentence. So if I were going to add my own ingredients, I would add more information. Oops, sorry for the shaking. To paragraph. So I started my sentence already. And it also reminded me, so if I were to add my own ingredients, I would add more information to paragraph. We'll just say 4. So all you would have to do is literally write one word once you found your answer. So what is the main topic of the second paragraph? Think in your head and then share with someone around you, or an animal, or a stuffy, or your imaginary friend, and think about, how would you start this sentence? So I'm going to talk with my new kitten. So, and we haven't thought of a name, so baby kitten. I think that I would start my sentence with the main topic of the second paragraph is. Do you agree? He's sleeping right now, so well, sure, he agrees. So the main topic of the second paragraph. So before I even go back to my reading, I'm going to rewrite my sentence. So the main topic of the second paragraph sorry, I keep hitting this, is, and then I write my main, then I say, okay, that's already written. Let me go back to my reading and I can find my answer and just quickly write it in. How do you know when it's time to stop shaking the bags? I know when it is time to stop shaking the bags when. So I know it's time to stop shaking the bags when you finish you go back to your reading and then continue on. And then lastly, what does the word combine mean in the third paragraph? How do you know? So I'm going to write both parts of this already. So the word combine in the third paragraph is, and then I would put my definition, because, so then I already know what it's going to have to mean, and then because, that's how do I know? So it's just as easy as that. So it reminds, so you go, I have my question. I rewrite the question as an answer form, and then I go back to my reading and find my answer, and then I write it here. So I read the question to myself, I write the question, so that's 2 times of a reminder, and then I just have to add a little bit at the end. So, and it's also when I've always talked about that you read your writing. That's kind of what I would be doing here. As you heard, as I'm writing my words, a lot of times I'm speaking to myself. The words are already out there, so I know that I'm picking up what I need to do here. So I hope that this helped you really see how easy it can be to use a sentence to write in a complete sentence. So when you answer a question, it becomes nature for you to do, because it's not making an extra step. You're just having to write more words. And it also just makes it easier that when you write the question, when you write the beginning part of the question in your answer, then it's also helping you activate your brain onto being able to use that sentence, and you're reading it out loud and you're writing it down. So you're getting a few different ways of knowing what the question's asking of you, and then that gives you more time to actually write the answer. And you'll realize that also a lot of times we give answers that are not in complete sentences, and they just write the answer. Well, if the beginning part of your sentence is already written and you only have to write that little bit at the end, it just breaks up the work a little bit quicker for you. So I hope that this was fun, and I'll see you soon.